Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm about to show you is the VA doubling down. We aren't just talking about what we covered yesterday where they said we're going to openly defy Congress to take veterans' gun rights away if they can't manage a checkbook. Oh no, now they're going to show you and all the reps how they're going to do it. And they're still going to double down on the idea that they don't give a crap what Congress says, even though Congress writes the laws and the executive bureaucracies are supposed to interpret the laws. Chevron deference makes an appearance. This is something you guys need to send out to everybody to show you how insane the federal government bureaucracy have become in their quest for power. Now, of course, everything I've got is linked right down there in the description box below. Hat tip to GOA for making this content available to the public. And also make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And the reason why is very simple. You do not want this guy interrupting your freedom quest. That's my interpretation of the YouTube algorithm snacking on subscriptions, catching the unawares, and interrupting their freedom quest feed. So make sure you are not being victimized by the big green YouTube algorithm monster as we go forward. And of course, we gotta get this information out because this is insane. So make sure you send this one out. And this content is made completely possible by Hartford Gold. I'm gonna say a quick word from them, and then we are gonna hit it. By American Hartford Gold. And brothers and sisters, with everything popping off around the world, wars cracking off, we've got inflation issues, we've got stock market volatility, we have cash concerns, we have oil concerns. It's a good time to take a look at least know your options with American Hartford Gold. They are dedicated to offering gold, silver, platinum, coins, and bars for your investing needs. Whether you want to do it delivered to your door or you want an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, they've got options. This is something you guys should check out. At American Hartford Gold, they aim to educate clients about investments in the precious metal industry, strive to provide unparalleled customer service built on trust, integrity, and absolute transparency, while holding a goal of achieving 100% customer satisfaction. Click the link in the description or call 844-727-3199. That's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Again, that's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. All right, guys. So now as we get into this, this really gets my goat. I mean, like, to a level I have a hard time fully articulating. The people who fought for this country, the ones who quite literally sacrificed their minds, bodies, spirits, souls, their friends, their family, all the sacrifices that they've made are getting treated like this from the federal bureaucracies. In this case, the Federal Affairs or the Veterans Affairs Bureau. Okay, so what we're about to watch is stacking on top of yesterday. I'm going to walk you through the entire thing, pause it, give my commentary and everything. But make sure you send this out because the people who are being victimized by what you're about to see, and they tell you how they're doing it, are veterans. It's the lowest of the low, man. But anyway, let's get right into this, and I'll walk you through. I'll pause as we go, but just let's get it.
You said that any clinician at the VA could assign a veteran that they are treating a fiduciary. Is that correct?
Can refer them to the fiduciary program, and a lot of them come from that. It's the doc asks the veteran, how are your finances? My spouse takes care of all that, and they take that as, oh, you know what, you are you should probably be referred to the fiduciary program. It's that level of it's that lack of level of analysis by the rating official or the clinician that leads to that.
All right, so I'm going to leave that there for a second and just kind of break this down a little bit. Understand what he just said. Again, the bill that they're testifying on is a GOA-backed bill from the conservative wing of the Republican caucus that's trying to get veterans their gun rights protected. Okay, it's already insulting that they even have to do it, but the way that the system is set up, as this guy is testifying to Congress, the way the system is set up is that if someone says, oh, my spouse handles all the finances, which is an innocuous statement, that's not insane, then they're going to lose their gun rights. And it can be any clinician, it can be any doctor, anybody in the infrastructure of the bureaucracy can say that, and then you're referred to the fiduciary program, you lose your gun rights. This is one of the protected rights in the Bill of Rights, and because any random clinician with no checks and balances can take away the gun rights based off of an observation as simple as that. That's the point that I'm trying to drive home with this, and it deserves attention because that is a level of unscrupulous behavior like I cannot explain. But don't worry, the VA is here to tell you that there's a system to appeal the entire thing. Does that sound familiar to anybody else? We're going to take your rights and then you can prove you're not a threat later. Red flag laws. Anybody? All right, I'm going to get this first one out of the way because we're just going to kind of roll together. I'm going to throw the second one up here. This is the guy who's actually defending and doubling down on the idea that they're not going to listen to Congress. They're going to defy Congress completely because of the following reason. Listen to what he gives, and then I've got one more after this where the Republican representative just tongue lashes this guy. Check this out.
VA opposes the Veterans Second Amendment Restoration Act because it would require the Secretary to notify the Attorney General that VA had erred by reporting incompetent beneficiaries to the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. VA understands the sponsors of this legislation seek to restore the ability for persons VA has deemed incompetent to lawfully possess firearms. However, VA already provides individuals an opportunity to petition for relief from that prohibition. VA did not err in reporting, and if passed into law, VA could not comply.
VA could not comply. There's already an option for relief, a petition for relief. Okay, in a real world, you know what that means they're doing to our veterans? We're going to take anything that we want from you, particularly around the Second Amendment, under grounds that your spouse manages your checkbook. And then it's okay because it's not infringing your rights because we've provided a petition for relief. Petition for relief means you've already lost your rights and now you can ask for them back. Okay, that's some BS. Because what these people are actually saying is we're just not going to listen to the Restoration Act from the Republicans around your gun rights because we've deemed it this way. This is the exact same organization that yesterday said because the DOJ told us we didn't have to listen to Congress, we're not going to listen to Congress. If you guys don't smell the rat yet, I'm trying to highlight it as best I can, and the victims that they're going after first are the veterans. This boils my blood, but I got one more thing for you, and there's a representative on the conservative side here, Crane, I believe is his last name. I'm going to show you this one. He actually gives him a tongue lashing, the guy who was like, yeah, we're going to do whatever we want. Check this out, and then we'll wrap it.
Where is your loyalty, sir? Is it to the Constitution or is it to your boss?
My loyalty is to the Constitution. However,
Doesn't seem like it, Mr. Friel. Especially the problem is, sir, you seem like a nice guy. The problem is we're talking about veterans' rights and due process and their right to bear and keep arms, another constitutional premise. But you're willing to do what your boss tells you to do, even if it violates their rights.
and so we have conflicts.
You should do some soul searching, sir. You really should on where your loyalties lie. And unfortunately, you're definitely on the wrong side of this one constitutionally.
He's dead right. They are on the wrong side of this constitutionally. It does violate the due process rights of veterans, and I'm going to bounce to the main screen real quick. The entire point here is a federal bureaucracy is determining that veterans can't have their gun rights because a random clinician, no requirements, no checks and balances, no due process requirements, says, your spouse does your finances? Because that can be a mutually agreed upon arrangement. Well, we're going to have to put you in the fiduciary program because you might not be able to financially balance your checkbook. Therefore, you might be mentally incompetent. So therefore, you can't have your gun rights. We're going to throw you in the NICS background check system under do not purchase. They're doing this to our veterans. The people who literally fought, bled, and died for us in one way or another. The level of disgust that I have for this is just off the charts. But that's the morning segment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you noticed the difference in the production. And I will see you on the next one. Braden, out.